So now we are approaching towards the practical session of day flip-flop and latches. I'm opening the remote desktop where I have already stored the data files like your Verilog codes and test benches. So here in the desktop directory, so there are two folders DFF and latches. So we will cover both of the two Verilog codes one by one. Okay. Now, first of all, we will go for DFF, which is the D flip flop. So this is the code of D flip flop, or you can say this is the hardware module for D flip flop. So here, the module has four ports: D, clock, reset, and Q. D, clock, and reset are the input ports, and these are the commands for the input port, and these for data input to the flip flop. Clock is the for clock input to the flip flop, and this is the synchronous reset, and this is the output port Q. Here one thing is additional, that is register. So why we are defining this output port Q is register type. So we are defining this output port Q is a register that whatever it is provided on, whatever it will provide on pin Q should requires to store in a register. It is mandated to store in the register, which is also associated with the pin Q. So this is the concept of Verilog, or you can say feature of the Verilog, to define a register or a memory element. So D flip flop also a memory element which is stored a single bit of the data. So basically, at what place it is storing the data? It is storing the data in the register, which is basically we are defining here. Now we are defining the functionality. So I've already teach you that always block is used to define a module. It is a define a procedural block which is sensitive to a sensitivity list. Sensitivity list may composed of input variables. Input variables may be clock. So here is the input variable is clock. So this always block is sensitive to this clock, and especially it is sensitive to the positive edge. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to design a D flip flop which is sensitive to a clock, or which is storing the data on the positive edge of the clock. So you have, I think you have studied the two types of D flip flop, positive edge triggered and negative edge triggered. So here we are designing positive edge triggered D flip flop. So here in this always block, it will check the status of the reset input pin. If it will be 1, it will store 0 to the register, and output will also be 0. Okay, if we are not resetting the flip flop, if the at the positive edge of clock and at any positive edge of the clock, if we are not changing the reset signal, if we are not stimulating the reset signal, the whatever value we have adjusted to the port D will transmit it to the pin Q and also stored to the register which is associated with the pin Q, and it is possible because of this non-blocking assignment operation. Okay, now we will discuss the test bench of that module. So I am quitting this file and I am opening the test bench with this VI editor. Sorry. So here is the test bench. Here we have defined these three input ports as register and the output port as wire, and here we have instantiated the rising edge D flip-flop, which we have defined in the dff.v file. And now in this initial begin section, this is a procedural block. Okay, we are we are initializing a clock which will remain active for forever, having a time period of 10 millisecond. And now here we are, what we are doing, we are stimulating the input, we are changing the reset pin, and we are changing a D flip flop, and we are changing the input of D, we are adjusting the D within input, or you can say. And after providing the delay of 100 nanosecond, it will again stimulate with the reset pin input and D input. Okay, so these are the input. At the last, it needs to define, we need to provide a finish statement. Finish. Okay, so now I'm saving the file, then putting the file. Now I am going to simulate this using iVerilog. So in here we have do this. Here we have already stored the files, so you might be confused with the preloaded files. So I can do this again by removing that file. For removing these files, I am using this command. This is out and rf slash cd. Now you can check the both files have been removed from here, and now I am running the iVerilog simulator again. Now you can check a.out has been generated here. Now by this vvp a.out command, we are generating the dump vcd dump file. We're dumping the vcd file. You can check here the dump file has been generated. Now I'm going to open this file using GDK wave. So here you can check the output. Okay. So here you can check that in the beginning QPin has this red option. You can check that input D is uh, having 1 and 1 here, and at the positive edge of clock it is changing the output. Only at the positive edge of clock it is changing the output. It is storing the register. Although the D has changed at this point of time, but only on the next clock, next positive edge of clock, it is changing the output. Okay, reset pin is active low pin. or it will work for the zero value of reset. So here the zero value of reset, here the all output are here for the zero value of input. So I can provide you the Verilog code, or you can download. I can provide you the Verilog code through the emails. You can check this, or you can also design your Verilog code by you. So now we will see the implementations of latches. So the latches. So here I have also created the files. I am deleting the previous files. Now you can check, there is only Verilog code and the test bench. So the difference you already know between the flip-flop and the latches. This flip-flop stores the input uh, when the clock is triggered. Okay, the flip-flop stored the output or change as per the clock, but the what latch does, latch follows the input, the output of the latch follows the input when un, मतलब till it is asserted. जब तक आपका आउटपुट जो है तब तक वही आएगा, जब तक इनपुट वही रहेगा, मतलब लैचेस आउट का जो आउटपुट रहेगा वो इनपुट को फॉलो करेगा हमेशा। ये डिफरेंस ध्यान से समझिए डी फ्लिप फ्लॉप में और लैच में क्या है कि डी फ्लिप फ्लॉप में जब भी क्लॉक ट्रिगर होगा उसी समय पे वो इनपुट वैल्यू को स्टोर करेगा अपने अंदर, जो उसके अंदर रजिस्टर हमने बनाया है उस रजिस्टर के अंदर, तभी वो उस डेटा को स्टोर करेगा जब क्लॉक एक्टिवेट होगा, वो भी जिस क्लॉक पे हमने उसको डिफ़ाइन किया है, तो पॉजिटिव एज पे या नेगेटिव एज पे। जबकि लैच के केस में ऐसा नहीं है। लैच के केस में वो उसको फॉलो करेगा और वो हर चेंज के लिए सेंसिटिव होगा। ठीक है, अगर जैसे ही मेरा इनपुट में चेंजेस होता है तो वहाँ वो चेंज रिफ्लेक्ट होगा लैच के अंदर। ठीक है, हाँ यहाँ पे कॉम्बिनेशनल डिले आएगा, जो कि वहाँ इनपुट को जो गेट का प्रोपगेशन डिले है वो लगेगा, लेकिन यहाँ पे एक पर्टिकुलर डिले अमाउंट हमने दिया है। कैसे कि जब तक हमारा क्लॉक ट्रिगर नहीं होगा, और यहाँ पे हमारा सेटअप टाइम और होल्ड टाइम का कॉन्सेप्ट भी होगा आता है, जो शायद आपको क्लास में पढ़ाया गया होगा। तो ज़्यादा चीज़ें डिस्कस ना करते हुए हम लोग लैच के कोड पे बढ़ते हैं पहले।